We're in the garden. I got some new seeds delivered a few days ago, and I was just trying to find the time. Let me turn on light. It's dark. Trying to find the time to sow them in the ground. And so let's see where I put them. And some of the seeds that I ordered actually didn't get. And I contacted the seller, and the seller sent it to me, and it showed delivered, and I still didn't get it. So I don't know what that is about. I truly believe she probably did send it, or he probably did send it, but for some reason my postal service it was like right before Veterans Day, so I don't know what happened with that. Ooh, oh, I just saw something that's empty. So here are the seeds that I did get. I got these off of eBay. So if you're looking for some seeds, you can go to like your local plant nursery. My kids are outside. You can go to your local plant nursery. But I try to look online for some because I like to support small businesses as a business as well. This one was actually free. They sent me free black eggplant. And this is called Black Beauty. I don't know what's wrong with my tongue. I'm mixing everything up today. Black Beauty eggplant. I don't know how many is actually in here, but it looks like it's a couple seeds. And then I got Orange Glow watermelon. So, of course, this is like fall, winter time, but actually Orange Glow watermelon is best in this season, and so I'm excited. And like when it comes out, it's literally orange, and it's supposed to be super sweet. So I'm not really a watermelon fan because I feel like it's super watery. All the ones I've ever tasted, they don't taste sweet to me. So I was like, let me try this one and see if this one's better, or maybe I just need to try different varieties other than the ones that they carry in the grocery store and see maybe if it's sweeter. But I want to grow that in this time and see in the summertime how I can grow a different variety. This one let's see what this is. This is garlic chives. This is French breakfast radishes. It's supposed to be, I think, 100 seeds, but is it 100? I can't see the number in here, but yeah. And then this one is a red burgundy onion. It's supposed to be about 250 seeds. And this one is butter crunch lettuce. About 1 gram. And this is cylindra beets. So these are supposed to kind of look like fingerling. I think that's what they call them, fingerling carrots. They're kind of like tinier. So these are what the kind of beets they are. I didn't want to get big round beets. Well, actually, I believe that's what this says, but I have to go back and check. Don't quote me. And then I got the little finger carrots because we like miniature carrots in this house. So it just made sense. And then I got some rainbow chard. And then I got some broccoli. This is about 250 seeds. And then I got some Brussels sprouts. I don't like Brussels sprouts. These won't be for me. I want to see if my kids will eat them, but mainly I'm growing these for my mother because she says she likes Brussels sprouts. So, and there's mainly also, I got this for my mother, Brussels sprouts, and then rainbow chard I got as well because she said she mentioned that before. And I kind of want to grow things that not only we eat, but also other family members might eat so that we can share things with them. That is my goal ultimately. So yeah, we have a lot of seeds to sow today. I've already been out in the field. We tilled the garden actually, and we expanded the territory of like where we want to garden in the backyard. Thankfully, the previous owners already had that sectioned off with concrete actually. So it's like a division between the rest of the yard. And so it wasn't much to do. There is a small portion where I originally sowed seeds, like at the very beginning when I first started my garden. That area I'm not going to touch. I actually sectioned off to not touch because the soil, it's not just that the soil was hard, it's a lot of rocks and roots from the trees that are surrounding that area, and it just doesn't make sense ultimately to grow right now in that area. It'll be very hard. So I think if I ever do eventually grow in that area, I would just add compost and soil above ground and, you know, use it that way rather than tilling the ground. So initially we never actually tilled the dirt. We just, I put cardboard and put soil on top and grew my vegetables and my fruits for the first season, which was great. My first harvest was awesome. It wasn't that big because I didn't sow that many seeds, but it was great. I'm very, very thankful to God. However, this time I wanted to really till the dirt because I wanted to, you know, grow things that grow roots, like, you know, beets and carrots, and they really need to get deep into soil. And I knew it would be more cost efficient to just till the soil that we actually have than to, you know, go buy a whole bunch of soil and compost and put it on top. And then if it's not a lot, then the roots can't actually get into the actual soil because it's so hard and compacted. So we went ahead and rented a tiller at Home Depot. I tilled some, and I was very glad to have the experience. It was not easy, but I did it. It was only like, with tax and everything, it was about $40, like $35. And it was a small tiller. We didn't get the big one. They have different sizes. They have a small one, a medium one, I think, and a big one. We only needed the small one because the area wasn't that big. We rented it for about 4 hours instead of the full day. So that was like $37. I think if you do a full day, it might be like $70. So yeah, that's it. So now I did actually find someone. So last time, if you guys saw that, I went and collected compost from it was a horse farm. I actually forgot their contact information, so I didn't know how to get in contact with them again. So I ended up just doing some research, and I got in contact with another farm that isn't like an animal farm for like horses, and just, I think it's like a community farm that kids can go to and do parties and stuff like that. So I contacted them and I left them a voice message, and they end up calling me back. And to the glory of God, when I tell you that when God tells you to do something, be obedient, because He will make sure everything lines up perfectly. So the reason why I started this farm was because I had a dream. Well, actually, no, I had a vision, and God told me to start a farm. And I was just like, okay. Little background history. My husband has a huge background in farming. His family are actually farmers. They've owned large farms. They have grew tilapia. They have done it all, honestly. My part of the family on my side also has farming history, but I wasn't really taught that. We lived in the city. We didn't live in farm area. So like, I wasn't really taught that. During the summertime, we would sometimes frequently go visit family members who did actually still live on farms and have farmland, but it was nothing we were really taught. My husband, however, was taught that and grew up with that. So he's teaching me a lot of things in the background, and I'm also online, because like anytime I ever do anything, I am a researcher to the core. I'm going to research it, watch videos, watch YouTube videos, TikToks. I mean, everything possible to learn anything possible. Like, it's just how I am. So I've been like downloading information every single chance I get about farming. And I follow some really, really great gardeners and farming families and homesteaders on YouTube, and I will go ahead and actually link them down below if you're interested as well. You don't have to have a huge backyard to start growing food. That is definitely something that most people believe, and that's what I believed at some point. You could start off growing food in buckets, pots, if you live in an apartment, if they allow you to have stuff on your balcony or on your patio, because some apartments are really annoying. Our apartment used to be one of those apartments that was really annoying. They didn't allow anything, but if they do allow you, you can start growing small things. Like, you can grow your own potatoes during the season. Just put them in a pot and see what you get. You can grow a lot of like cilantros and herbs and things like that. Those are very, very easy to grow in pots. So if you are interested in growing your food, don't feel like you have to have a house to do that. You don't. You really don't. I'm just being honest with you. You really don't. I wish I had known that earlier, because if I knew that earlier, I would have started earlier, but I didn't. So yeah, let's go. Like I said, I got scattered brain. Excuse me. So yeah, I end up calling around. I found another farm who does compost, and they end up calling me back. And the guy was just like, yeah, he was like, so yeah, I got your voice message. You know what's going on? And I told him, I said, yeah, you know, we're starting a farm in our backyard, or a garden in our backyard, and we're looking for compost. I was like, you know, we're of course we would love, we can pay, but I would prefer and love it if it was like free. And he was like, yeah, no problem. And then he said, well, how much do you need? And I said, well, we have our Sienna truck right now. We don't have our 4x4. So, because our 4x4 is actually getting fixed currently. So I was like, we don't have that. We don't have a pickup truck. We have our Sienna. So anything that can fit in the back of the Sienna in a tarp, that's what I can do. And he was like, okay, no problem. He was like, yeah, sure. You can come on and come by. And then he said, actually, anytime you need it, if you come back and you have your truck next time and you want to fill it up, no problem. Anytime you need more, you don't have to worry about calling. Just come by and come get compost. And I was like, God bless you. Thank you so much. And when I got off that phone, I wanted to scream, because I was like, God, you're just so good. You're just so good how you connect people and how you make way for your children. Because Lord knows that having a garden, a farm, whatever you want to call it, but mainly a garden because it's small, having a garden can be quite costly if you're not careful. And I'm thankful that the Lord provides. He really, truly provides. If you trust in Him, put your faith in Him, and follow His instructions, when He tells you to do this, when He tells you to do this, when you get that unction to move or get that unction to call something, those are not unctions. It's the Holy Spirit talking to you. And when you get that and you do what you're supposed to do, it just makes way for you. And I'm just so thankful. And during this time, I really gotten to understand how much of abundance God gives us, and we take it for granted because we're used to a certain type of way, and so we feel like, oh, we're lacking. There's so much that we are given. There's so much that we have, and we look over it. Like, say for instance, for example, some of the okras we got this year, or some of the vegetables and fruits we grew this year and we harvested, those vegetables and fruits had so many seeds in them. Like, I'm buying these because honestly, I did not see some of these in the store to where I could, like, you know, sow it myself and get my own seeds. But they have so many seeds in a lot of these fruits and vegetables when you harvest them the first time. All you have to do is even just dry one of them, dry the seeds from one of them, and you already have seeds for the next season. Like, when I say an abundance, like, God gives us an abundance. And it blows my mind to think about, because we take for granted so many things that we really do have in abundance because we're so worried about the next thing and the next thing and the next goal and the next aspiration that we forget and we don't acknowledge what we do have. So that's just something that God has just been blowing my mind about. So we're going to go out. I have the compost out here in the tarp, and I'm going to just we've already pretty much evened out to the best of our ability the tilled dirt that was already in the ground, and now I'm just going to lay the compost on top of it and maybe just kind of even it out and mix it in with the soil. And I'll show you guys if I'm able to prop up my phone, because I cannot find the tripod. But if not, I will show you guys when I'm sowing the seeds. Okay. What happened? Leave him, oh, leave him. That's good, boy. I wasn't. Did you calling me for a reason? Yeah, calling me. Hey! Mommy, where's this? Hey.